Rich Paul's comments on Bronny James and how much Masai Ujiri allegedly loves the kid.
What is he talking about? Everyone else says, I don't even know if this guy can play, but Masai loves him.
I found it interesting that he chose Masai in particular.
Yeah, like you're throwing that out there. You're throwing that out there knowing he's going to be aware of it. So,
yeah,
Masai's
exactly.
a pretty smart guy. He said that?
Yeah. I mean, Rich Paul is a power broker in the NBA. Like some of the things he'll say on the record, I actually credit him because it's wild. Like he'll say things like, that's not going to happen, and they know it. I won't allow it. It's like, do you run these teams, or are you an agent for players? But he's got so many players, and he's such a powerful agent right now. It's kind of like Scott Boras in the NBA. Like this guy just runs the show. And yesterday, he was asked about Bronny James only working out for two different teams. And he said, quote, there are other teams that love Bronny. For example, Minnesota, Dallas, Toronto. Masai Ujiri loves him. They could take him without even seeing him at 31. Like, how would you, A, know that? B, why would you out it? Why would you put Masai's name on it? And now if Masai does, and the Raptors do pick him at 31, I guess that just would be a sign that Rich Paul, actually does know everything that's going to happen in the NBA. It would actually be incredibly impressive.
And Masai's going to have to explain why no one else thinks the guy's ever going to play and you actually like him.
Did he not draft Caboclo? Like, did Masai draft Bruno Caboclo? Was that his guy?
Yes, he did.
And that was someone that was 2 years away from being 2 years away, so maybe he does have a little bit of a track record of liking someone who not everyone thinks is there yet.
That's valid. That was 10 years ago. When they drafted Bruno. I remember it vividly. I was on my honeymoon. I was in Greece. I got up at like 4 a.m, and I wanted to see who they picked. And I look at it. I'm like, who the hell is Bruno Caboclo?
Dude, I'm saying that right now.
He never played. Like he had a cup of coffee in the NBA. He moved on. He actually ended up getting some opportunities with other spots. Never worked. Was a reach. First round pick. What was it? The 20th pick, 21st pick, something like that. Obviously, in retrospect, it didn't work. This is a different beast, though, because Bruno Caboclo's dad wasn't the greatest player of all time, or one of them. Caboclo showed up. It was like, all right, you're not playing. If it doesn't work, see you later. Bronny James, Rich Paul, LeBron, that's a different beast altogether. And, he didn't just mention Toronto. He mentioned Minnesota, Dallas. Like, so if you're those teams, you're like, all right, I guess I have to answer for what Rich Paul's saying here, that we're big fans of Bronny James. Yeah, you don't want to be disrespectful to him, his dad, the agent. It's a wild scene, man.